this. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. I like this. Yeah. I like this.
Alright, so Bob Arum throwing rocks at Devin Haney. He says, we look forward to working with our friend His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh as the best welterweight in the world. Brian Norman Jr. defends his WBO title this November in Riyadh against track star Devin Haney. Now, first of all, it is a stretch when you say that Brian Norman Jr., which is a good welterweight, is the best welterweight because he's not undisputed. So there's no scientific way to know that he is the best unless he has the 4 straps. Now, calling Devin Haney a track star is a stretch because don't you have Sander Martin? Isn't he in your promotional company? Isn't he part of your stable? Because I remember when he fought Mikey Garcia, wasn't he running? Right? Such a hypocrite. But Bob Arum is a controversial figure because it is interesting that he has had in the past few years, past decade, some really good and technical boxers like Guillermo Rigondeaux, Terence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and he mismanaged every single one of them. Every single one of them. But when Vasyl Lomachenko came, his white god, let's put it that way, because I'm not stupid. I see things. Suddenly, this guy with like 2 fights was Jesus Christ crucified on the cross. He was the next Messiah. So it is interesting how he selects certain boxers and he rejects other boxers. But it is interesting also because wasn't Devin Haney trying to get a fight with Shakur Stevenson? Okay. Wasn't Shakur Stevenson trying to get a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko after Devin Haney whooped his ass? Because that was no robbery, bro. If you know anything about boxing, that was no robbery. Close fights are never robberies, and to me, that was not a close fight. Vasyl Lomachenko had a lot of jabs that night. But Vasyl Lomachenko ducked Shakur Stevenson. So it just seems like now he's against track stars, but he himself is not getting rid of Sander Martin, who he claimed beat Teofimo Lopez. Wasn't he running in that fight? So, Bob Arum, to me, he does have a interesting past, obviously, historical past too, but I think he's a piece of shit, to be honest with you, because Devin Haney was the one trying to get this fight with Brian Norman Jr. He was pushing for this fight. If it would have been for Bob Arum, we would have definitely not got this fight. But thanks to Turki Al-Sheikh and Devin Haney wanting the fight, pushing for the fight, and his dad Bill Haney, we actually get the fight. So the only fucking runner here is Bob Arum, who was not willing to make certain fights because he was running from the fact that he could lose those fights. And this is one of the problems that we have in boxing. Back in the day, all the best fought the best. It was a danger because listen, if you fight everyone, you're going to lose. That's normal. You can have a lot of different sparring partners. If you spar, you're going to win some, lose some. That's how it is. But to insult boxers when you have a track star too, and you had a few in your team too, who actually were running from the boxer you call a track star, that's even more stupid. So there's nothing much to say. And I'm happy that Devin Haney took the fight against Brian Norman Jr. because he's demonstrated once again that he's a dog. And there's not much to say. Whether you like his style or not, he is a dog. So give us a like, subscribe, and become part of our community here in Golden Era Boxing. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.